Hello, this is your Spirit Within mini reading. And basically, the Spirit Within pulls from your spirit. I don't know why I was hearing the number six, but I shuffled 6 times and then I pulled from there. And the first card you got was the Ship. The Ship is a lovely, positive card, usually heralds travel, especially if it falls directly on or beside the card representing the person being read for. And you are the person because basically this is your reading. So, and it was your first card, which indicates that it is for you. Furthermore, the ship indicates important travel. Okay. Now, it tells you like if it falls by certain things, what it means. And in the olden days, a ship's cargo was its treasure. So this card refers to the expression your ships come in, indicating that all your hard work is about to pay off. Okay. So basically, this is just a good card. It's saying that you need to do, I'm hearing that you need to do like a mini self-care trip, something that, even if you don't go far, you need to do something where you're going on a trip alone and you're just spending some time with yourself or with some girlfriends, but you got to do it for yourself. Don't let anybody else pick the place. You need to pick the place and ask people, do they want to go on that trip for you, or with you. So that's what I'm hearing that you need to do. The next card was a mouse, and not a sweet card at all, but one that advises alert behavior. This card tells of someone who is nibbling away at things that are important to you. It is a robber mouse. Okay. The mouse is a negative, but not especially strong card. Others may override it, and however, it is an awkward card and indicates that some tough trials may be negotiated. So it could be that everybody goes through some things, and I think that I feel like there's something that's mentally nibbling away at you, because like sometimes you feel bright, you feel positive, you keep positive thoughts, and then it's like little things that kind of like seep into your mind that you start to go down a tunnel, and then you start digging, and then you dig instead of just letting it release. So I think now what you got to do is when that happens, you got to automatically go to something positive. And so we'll find some positive things for you to start thinking about when things try to nibble at you. Now, when the ship falls by the mouse, it means being fed up with the present situation, and it has made you want to leave or change things radically. And it's kind of like dwindling on adventureness. See, and that's why I was telling you that you need to take a small trip. Too little exploratory spirit. Somebody, you may have been thinking about doing something kind of like bad or corrupt, looking into something, researching that, and then when you to unhealthy inability to settle down. So it's like that's why I was telling you about your mind. Like your mind is doing things to help you that's gonna make you do unhealthy things. Like so, and I pick up like when you get kind of stressed or something like that, or you thinking about something. One, you're not sleeping, so that makes it unhealthy, and then two, you start to nibble. That's where the nibbling coming from. Like you starting to eat like things that's not healthy for you. To be constantly moving is draining. So it's like or like you get restless, so you're moving around, you're doing a lot instead of just sitting in your own peace. That's why I'm glad that you are coming to Wind Down Wednesdays, so you could just sit and wind down and relax. Okay. And you got a lack of an adventure going on. That's why I was saying that you need to go and do something. Maybe just drop in your car and drive somewhere you never drove to and stay at a hotel for a day or two, and because it's saying you lack an exploration. To depart secretly without telling the people who have a right to know. Right. So, and you don't gotta, and that's another thing. You don't have to tell anybody. You just go and do it so they can, yeah. So you go and do that, and so you just be able to do that on your own. All right. So I want you to look into that, look into what you feel. And I really want you to think about it. Where would you want to go? You know, even if you feel like, okay, well, you don't want to spend, you don't want to, fly. So you want to just get in your car. What I've done before is I said, okay, well, I'm going to just drive towards St. Louis. I'm just going to drive towards Detroit, not really going to those places, but just drive 2 hours out, stop and going to a hotel and rent a room, go hotels.com, rent a room, go in there, relax, or find little things that's around in that town, right? And do that on your own or with some girlfriends and just relax it out, okay? And that you could get some clarity. If you can't do that, you need to be in 24-hour silence where you tell people, listen, do not call my phone, do not call me, and you just lay in silence, solitude. Do not even speak out of your mouth, and you just write it down on the sheet. Write down whatever you thinking, not to communicate with anybody, but to communicate with your inner self. We could talk about it if you want to ask more questions about that, but this is beautiful. So I'm glad that you wanted the opportunity to listen to your spirit and say, hey, what is my spirit telling me to do? I remember I asked you, what does the number 6 mean? And you like, I don't know. So guess what? When I pull cards, so I used to use this deck and I would do this in front of people, right? And so the deck doesn't have card numbers on it. So I would have to pull the cards and then look at the, and I normally pull a 9. This deck come with a 9 card, a reading. So I would have to pull the cards, look at the picture, go in the book, find the picture, see what page number it is, stuff like that. And I was like, that is so unprofessional. So I started to write numbers on it. And then one day, Spirit said, look up those spirit numbers because those are going to be important for the person. So give them the spirit numbers, the angel numbers as well. And so I said, okay, I'm going to do that. So I just added up your numbers, 2868. So you add those numbers together. When you add 28 and 68, you get 24. Not like, so you add 8 and 8, which is 16, and then 17, 18 is with the 2, and then you add the 6, that makes 24, and then you add 2 plus 4, and that makes a 6. So boom, so it's really telling you what this reading is valid. And also, if you look, this angel number is saying, angel number 2868 shares that it's up to you to go out there with a determined attitude and achieve all the things in life. So remember, I was just telling you that it's your mental state sometimes. So guess what? We got nothing. We got something now. Remember, I said we're going to have to find something for you to say. So I thank you, Spirit, and I thank you for this gift, and I thank you that I'm able to help Tonia, and I thank you, Tonia, for listening to the call to really, really, trust me. So, angel number. So when you have these thoughts, you're gonna say, "No, I am determined to achieve all the things that's for me in my life. I am determined to achieve." So you want to say happiness, because I've heard you say that before. In my life, I am determined to achieve peace. I am determined to achieve whatever you want to achieve. That's what you're going to put there. So when these little things, these little thoughts come to your mind, nope, I don't receive that because I'm determined to achieve blah, blah, blah. Okay? So that's what you're determined to achieve, and that's what you're going to be telling yourself. I love you like no other. I tell all my clients that, and you know that. And I'll see you Wednesday, girl.